Hi, welcome back. I'm Cryptic Leo. For this recording session, I'm gonna try something new for this. I'm not gonna really say what it is, just in case if I don't know if I don't execute it correctly. So yeah, if you see anything like different in this session or whatever, then maybe I did it right. Alright, let's talk to Dr. Edgar. Who's this?
God protect us.
Ooh.
You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCullum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned.
You ain't even do nothing to him.
By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
So what happened? Oh wait, have we actually ever looked around in his room? Warning letter. So it's like a questionable surgery? Whoa. What is it? A risky surgery, yeah. His skills have been questioned in the past. Is he in this area? Yes. Okay, we actually have to talk to more people around here. Yeah. Alright. What's going on?
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
Do you fear for your reputation, or confidence must be restored?
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
I don't have the heart for this. Your only hope again. I'll help you. If I don't want to make it sound like I don't care. Okay, yeah, we can help.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
But I healed him, right? Didn't I give him, like, what, the fatigue medicine or whatever? I'll protect you all.
Rest assured, I will protect you and your staff.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Alright.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Yeah, let's check upstairs. Oh, this is the rooftop or something. Oh, we can't go up here. Oh. What is it? Yes, I wanna, shoot. Let's try to work on all the side missions and stuff. Are you Hippo?
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical help yourself, Nurse?
I'm afraid I've contracted some illness, Dr. Reed.
We got you.
Not under my watch, Nurse. Take this. You'll feel better.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
See, look, we're doing good.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion?
Have you...
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we're good for now. Alright.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Wasn't there other sick patients? Where are they? Alright, let's get... I guess we give her something. Let's help all the sick patients.
Suffering continues.
Oh, this is that old lady's blood. I'm about to say, was this blood here before? This must be it right here.
Oh, Jonathan, I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman. Butchered by some savage scowl.
Ah, can we share this meal? I guess this.
Yes, and I'm afraid I'm at least partially responsible. The man, the scowl, I brought him here.
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent, for there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
Oh yeah, the holy symbols. Also, we asked her about that guy. No, the law, the little vampire law or something.
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
He was big.
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
I mean, we can't really stay away. He was, he came to us. I mean, but we will if we can, though.
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
Is it God's will?
Is this a sign? The hand of God in action? Are we repellent unto heaven?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
Aren't you afraid?
Aren't you frightened?
Very little
Oh.
scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
I read that as, frightened. I mean, afraid.
Have you embraced this woman? Like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life, unless they ask.
I say, isn't it bad to, well, yeah, the blood quality of the sick, isn't that like kind of, I don't know. I guess it's okay for us to drink it.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starving.
Oh.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital. How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
Is that it? Yes.
Thank you, my lady. I hope to see you again soon.
Okay. Who was I about to look for? I'm looking for... No, not you. You.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
So should I just say this? I'm not. Then again, you would do it.
I've decided that I won't reveal Dr. Tippett's, shall we say, misdemeanor.
I'm so glad you share my point of view. Dr. Tippett is a brilliant practitioner. We most definitely need his know-how.
I hope you're right. This is a huge risk we're taking.
Dr. Tippett must regain his confidence. Please, keep this decision between you and me. He doesn't need to know you found out.
Dang it. Okay. So we could actually confronted him about it. Well, can you go back from the last save point? Alright, what was I about to say? Let's give her some help.
Do you require
I will be...
Well, not help, the fatigue medicine.
Nurse, you won't be able to help people if you're sick. Take this, and do try to get some rest.
I'll try, Dr. Reed. Thank you.
Goodbye, nurse.
Who else is it that we need to help? Recovering. You need it. Okay. So we can help these. We can help these two next. I think he should be over here. The one with fatigue. Yep. Wait, don't go in there yet. Oh. Okay,
I'm
I'll
sorry
wait.
you ended up on my plain and cold medical.
Alright. Let me talk to you. Alright.
Good evening, Doc. Do you need the proxy?
Don't take too many risks with your health, Mr. Chidana. None of us are immune to this disease.
And that is a good thing. Death and disease is a constant reminder of our mortality. But you have my thanks, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Mr.
Alright, and there's one more, and I think he's Spider Dogs by Mr. Clay. And I found it kind of weird how I know this is like kind of like random, but you ever like met somebody who says like they watch this like somebody's missing? You ever like met somebody who claims, well not claims, who says they watch scary movies as a hobby? Like when they just like doing something, they just watch, like they put on a horror film in the background. I don't know. Like, you know, me, when I watch a horror movie, you know, I gotta watch like, you know, something to get my mind off of it. Where's those guys at? I don't know where to actually find them at. Oh! There you go.
Hello again, Mr. Blight. I'm happy to see Mr. Thatcher is safe, for now.
I'm eternally grateful, Doctor. We were total strangers and you helped us anyway. Can't thank you enough, sir.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Afraid so. In the war, I was always worried about picking up something, getting some infection. Unfortunately, I've got that fear in London now.
Throughout history, some diseases have done more damage to armies than any weapon created by man. You were wise to be careful.
You're working at the Pembroke Hospital, aren't you? That's a good enough reason for me and Oswald to go there.
There we go. Okay, now we can ask him about the war.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we were in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
Alright. Oh, wait. No. Let's tell him to go to, the Pembroke Hospital.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
Yeah, we could try that.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
Wasn't he by us right here? Yeah.
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
That's probably from... weren't they in, like, tight spaces? Like, when they was in a pile of dead bodies? Like, wouldn't that come... like, wouldn't that have gave him claustrophobia because of, like... you know, being in tight spaces and not being able to move?
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
So he wasn't really dying. Well, I mean, I guess he knows he has, you know, claustrophobia, but he doesn't want to go to a hospital and actually, like, have it. But can that be diagnosed to you? I guess.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital, but I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
So maybe if I give him medicine, he might go? I need to hurry and find a migraine, medicine.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
Soldier's guilt.
As a soldier, you're expected to kill the enemy to survive. Guilt is a powerful emotion and could lead to feelings of suffocation and oppression.
My God, you're so wrong. Believe me, I would kill if it happened again. Violence is part of who I am.
Okay, so that was I forgot that Oswald found what's his name? So I guess he wouldn't have that. Well, he wouldn't have the same. His fear wouldn't come from the same scenario or situation.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher.
So was his childhood.
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. You doing your rounds as usual?
Goodbye, Mr. Blight.
Okay. Anyone else that we can heal before we do anything? Yeah, so we finished that. Let's find his knife. Yeah. Where's that at? Ooh, would it be down here? No. Okay, let's just keep on going. Will this scowl have it? Oh, that's level 16. Okay. Okay, one thing I didn't like about the last section is how I wasn't doing good on the combat, so let's try to get better at that. Or, yeah. Come on. Nope. Alright. I think I usually panic when it's like multiple enemies, so that's not really too bad, I guess. Maybe this one has this knife. Oh, it's... okay. We gotta be careful. Come on. How much further? Oh, in here? Oh, no. In here. A large and beautiful knife with a name engraved on the blade.
This must be Clay Cox's knife. A fine blade.
Oh, okay, I thought it was gold. Okay, never mind.
No wonder he wants it back.
Can I perhaps steal it from him, though? Can I use this? No. Okay. Alright. What's talking over here? Your king and country. Oh no. I guess we can't do nothing over here. Hey, let's bring back the knife. Oh yeah. Oh. What's over here? Oh, I think I already searched here before. Maybe not. Okay. What was I about to say though? Oh yeah, I was about to talk about E3. There's a lot of nice games that was announced. Well, not announced, but like shown or showed like teasers about. So I know one of them I can't wait for is what is it? The Last of Us 2? I seen part 1, and I really liked it. So now since I still have a PlayStation, I can play it. I don't know if I might actually play online that much, but I don't know. Cause the online mode looked fun to watch, but I don't know if I would actually be good at it, unless they, you know, add some changes to that too. All right, we got your knife.
Hey, Doc.
I have found the gift from your wife.
In that case, you'll be properly rewarded, Doc. Clay Cox is a man of his word.
I hope that won't make me an accomplice to your future crimes.
Who knows what I might do now I feel invincible again.
Can we can take them. Hold on, some hints we don't have for them. From them. Let's see, can we unlock them first?
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
Did he want revenge? Oh yeah, cause what is it? Would that be the boy that he killed, or is he the father of the guy that? Or was he the father of the boy that Clay was accused of killing, or did kill?
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favor.
Okay, so that was him. Okay, so it's one more hint or clue we need. Yeah, hint, I guess. I mean, why did he kill the boy at first anyway?
Only the strongest survive, then. Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
Any other way? Oh, okay, here we go.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
I'm not gonna say this, but yeah.
The police may be slow, but they will find you eventually.
Well, how come you didn't turn me in then? Nah, Doc. I figure you have something to hide so you can't ask the coppers for help.
Oh well. Well, time to get him. Let's go. I wish there was a way for us to run faster. Are we going to our office or no? I thought we was about to tell the lady about it. Are we going to our office? No. Back here, should do.
I killed, extorted, stole, Now I die. Fuck it. I'll live the way I wanted.
Oh no. Okay. Oh, that was the first person we found. I mean, first person we embraced. Let's go. Yeah, let's go level up. No, wait. If we go to sleep now, let's wait. Let's wait. But will his axe be better than ours? Ooh, only does 72 damage, and I think this one did 60. So, yeah, it's not that much of an upgrade. It might be wasting it if I do it now. Cause how much do this one do? 80? Oh. I guess we could do his, yeah. And we could probably just sell this one. Alright. And now we just need the common handle part and we should be good. Oh wait, you can only have one. Shoot. Okay. Okay, I wasted material use there. Alright. Alright, which should I... Let's try this one next. Okay, now, if Clay was a criminal, the place shouldn't, you know, suffer that much, right? When they discover that he's dead, right? Oh yeah, we do have to go back here. Alright. Wasn't it a scowl right here? Oh, I already killed it. I thought like enemies respawn. Wear a mask and save your life. Spanish. Oh. I thought I was about to say flu, but yeah. Hey.
Best be on your way home.
I am.
Go on, off you trot.
I will. Leave me alone.
No civilians allowed, sir.
Okay, I know. I'm a gentleman.
Yeah.
Let's go. I did that one too late. We're good, we're good. Let's get rid of him.
Watch out for that tape! I'll kill it!
Come on. I timed that wrong. Or too late. Let's go. I should do it as soon as I see him lift up his weapon. Let's go. Nope, nope, don't attack. Oh, my stamina, I wasn't paying attention. I was wondering why I couldn't combo the stun. Alright, we're good. Where's that? Where's the other guy that died? Over here. What is in here? Screws. Oh no, off the field. Alright. More people. Ooh. I didn't think he was gonna shoot so fast. Ooh. I did the wrong person.
Kill it! He's dead! Die, vermin! Shit! You'll pay for this, you ugly fucker!
Me and you. Hey, you comboed me, hold up.
Die, vermin!
Yeah, we could take a serum for that. Alright. We're good. Oh, so look at these. Shotgun shells. I don't know. Oh, bullets, alright, good. I should have probably used the gun more, shouldn't I? Bottle of alcohol. Lost box of pills. I wonder, is this gonna be like a boss fight up here? Oh no.
Die, vermin!
What? Okay. You're not gonna be that bad. Wrong weapon. Not the best place to fight at. Dodge that. We're good. Ooh, we got a new knife, right? Well, not a new knife, but a new stake. Ooh, it does more than our one that we have now. Oh, I forgot we got to be able to work. I keep on forgetting about that. Alright. So when I upgrade this one, it will do more stun damage. And then that one has 3, so we'll do 23. Alright. Alright, so we're good now. New collectible. this? No. You know what? A lot of death happened back there, but we're good. And a lot of Oh, we can upgrade the axe now. No, wait. Did we? Yeah, we already on. No, we already upgraded the axe. We need to upgrade the stake. Yeah, let's use this. And then this will add 3 more. Yeah. Okay, I thought. Okay, it's only when it says or it doesn't. It takes away the other one. All right. Be good. Also, did I equip it? There we go. Now let's talk to Thelma. Also, do these always like restock? No, it doesn't. Okay. Oh, respawn. I think Thelma's down here towards the left.
They belong to you now.
The life running in your veins. This dead flesh needs it.
Oh, please spare me, Dark Queen. Spare your obedient slave.
I don't know what type of kink stuff y'all are into, but I'm in this hospital. Move.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
I have made inquiries about the men who were tracking you, Miss Howcroft.
I did not expect a mortal to have this sort of courage. Speak, Doctor. Why are they hunting me down?
I don't know which one would be the right one to say. No one is searching for you? Or it was a misunderstanding? Because if we say that, he's going to say, oh, they thought you was a vampire. And then, I don't know. I guess we could just say it's a misunderstanding or no one is searching for you. Or we could say it was a misunderstanding and after that he might actually at least try to be discreet about it, I guess. Yeah.
It was a misunderstanding. These hunters were in fact looking for a very different creature, but they mistakenly put their sights on you.
I knew it. I have become undone. Those hunters have discovered me, but they don't know what I'm capable of.
If you'll accept some advice from a petty mortal, I think you should assume a low profile and just quietly disappear into the shadows.
You are right. And you have served me well, mortal. Take this as a reward for your time. Perhaps I will allow you to drink deep of my blood. One day.
Thank you. I'll keep that proposition in mind.
Would this be the blood that we need to analyze the for the migraine medicine?
I'll leave you, Miss...
So many deaths. And what of my own life?
Okay, no, it's not. Okay. Wishful thinking. Okay, we finished all the side missions for now. Or, yeah. Alright. Let's try to talk to the rest of the people, and then, yeah, try to do the main mission. Hold up. Here we go. Oh, wait, is this... Huh. Alright, we got a detail for Thomas. Okay, let's go back and talk to him. So he feels like he was responsible for his disfigurement. Well, he felt like he's, yeah, responsible for... I don't know.
It's here again.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Personal question. Oh no. Injury.
Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
What really happened?
Tell me what really happened then.
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire? Were you trying to avoid going back to the front? That's not uncommon, you know.
No. It's just that I was asleep when the flames reached the room. The girl was long gone. Bitch never woke me up. Left me to burn.
Messed up.
Why lie about it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans, and it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
Surgery could help.
Reconstructive surgery has been very successful for some soldiers.
I don't want to wear a bloody mask for the rest of my life. I'd rather stay here and just be forgotten.
Okay, look, I keep on messing these up. What was I about to say? When they said surgery could help, I was thinking like they meant like, for his nerves, for the burning, but yeah. Okay. Oh wait, can I like possibly say that again?
Why do you
I was...
What?
I don't want...
Nope, we can't. Okay.
Goodbye.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Do I got all her, do I have all of her hints? Ooh, I do. Okay. At least I got somebody's right. Now let's try to talk to the rest of the people that we haven't talked to.
I wish I could be sick again.
Oh, I haven't talked to you.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Thank you. Personal question.
Tell me, Thoreau, what's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion technique is the only way to save Mr. Fiddick. I'm convinced we must use it.
What Dr. Ackroyd really said is that you lack the skill to perform this operation efficiently. Is there anything you have to say about this?
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target here.
Alright, can we talk to him about it?
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
Tell me about your experiments.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
He's not wrong.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
I'll be glad to help you.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
Oh, checkup.
Do you need my medical attention, dear colleague?
You don't have to worry about me, Dr. Reed. I am here to assist you, not to be a burden.
Yes, I'm assuming he's healthy.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him? Or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
So it seems like the best way to get these hints is to, like, I guess, what is it? What, pry into, like, you know, to get more information or to be on the person's good side. I mean, I guess that should have been obvious, but yeah. Alright, Harvey is blaming himself for his injuries. Well, injury.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Alright. And like I say, he said he's healthy, so he's good.
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion in the hospital?
I'm sure it was not your fault, Dr. Reed.
My fault? What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. It's just... I heard it was you who brought the murderer inside our walls. But you couldn't know, could you?
Goodbye, Dr. Strick.
I don't know who, what he meant by that. There's one more person I haven't talked to yet. No, two more people actually. Okay. This is also a doctor. Wait, isn't that... Oh no, that's him right here. Okay, I don't know who this is. Oh wait, I just saw him. He's right here. There.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Your eyes look weird. Well, when he was looking at me.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
I've saved many lives.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
Should have said... Nah, we're good.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd.
I mean, we already know he has a problem with us, but... Oh. Let's... Yeah, we got access.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
I really hope you're right about this, Dr. Ackroyd. I'm trusting your judgment on this.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his responsibilities, Dr. Reed. There is no need for you to be looking over my shoulder.
Do you need my assistance?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm capable of dealing with this myself. I've just not taken the time to do so.
I got you.
Then you are lucky that I have taken the time to do so. Consider it a gesture of solidarity between professionals.
I wish this hospital could have received as much attention from you, Dr. Reed. We do not see you in surgery very often.
Try to, hold up.
Thank you for your time.
I try to make the camera angles good when, you know, I talk to people. I thought this was a note. I guess not. Like, sometimes I see things, like, shine on this game. Like, I don't know. Well, not... Yeah, I sometimes see them, like, glow. To see if I can interact
My sweet
with it.
girl. Reads me like a book. I never could keep anything from her.
Like this right here. Hi.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Okay, so I was right, 50. Okay. Personal question. Why I feel guilty about your injury?
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
Yeah, we got all of it now. Oh. Harvey will not be able to feed his family as long as his arm is still injured. Harvey's wife died during the war. One more thing, hold up. Oh, he has fatigue too. Okay, recovering. We're all good for everybody except for the migraine one. Let's give him medicine. Oh wait, first let's...
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Oh. I mean, that's not technically really his fault.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
Really? Why has no one else asked me that since I got here? I thought I was in a hospital.
I mean, you could have just told him you are in a hospital.
Unfortunately, you are not the only person who needs help. And complaining about it won't do you any good.
Well, perhaps you're right, Dr. Reed. I'm sure if me missus was still alive, she wouldn't be happy with me going on like this.
Oh, wait. We've got to ask him something. Yeah.
You seem worried about the safety of your family. And it's obviously the reason why your wound troubles you so much.
I cannot give up on my children now. They both need me living.
What about their mother, if I may ask?
She died in 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids. We never found her body.
About your wife's death. No, about the death of your wife.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army, building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
Are your children alright?
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
I thought we already asked this.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of...
Okay, yeah, we did ask about that. Alright.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies.
But I wouldn't mind trying that. I think we're good.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me, what a
Okay, did we find everybody? Oh yeah, we still gotta find this lady. I could've sworn I seen her somewhere. Oh. She was talking to somebody. She was talking to one of the patients, him, right? Because he had a sore throat.
lumbering idiot.
I remember where his room was at.
reads me like a book.
It's locked.
Can we be sure we're making
Oh,
a
we're
difference
good.
if anything from her?
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
No personal question. Yeah, I guess we could say, tell me about yourself.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
I'm about to say, so are you that rich? What are you doing in your life?
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Okay.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
Medical checkup.
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
Do you know you're the only one who's asked me this? No, I don't feel well, actually.
Fatigue. Okay, so we need to make more. Okay, we could come back for that.
I will see you later. Goodbye, Mrs.
Should we talk to our son again?
You always knew the words to
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
I had shouting coming from the first floor. I was asleep when it started.
Do you need any help?
Thank you, Dr. Reed, but you've done enough already. The rest is up to me now.
I have to go now, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, let's give her her medicine, and then we'll go come back to see if there's anything else that we could
As for me,
Okay,
under an idiot.
I have your medicine.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require...
Do you know...
Despite what you think about this place, I can tell you with absolute certainty, taking this will help you recover.
Well, at least your reputation seems well deserved. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for this hospital.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Especially questions are efficiency.
What can you tell me?
Not much.
I already asked that.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
So, is that all that we could have gained from her? Oh, it is.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged her? Where? So she saved beds for patients who can pay.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Not in my hospital. Okay, so is that it? Yeah.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening, Miss.
I'm okay.
You're nothing. Wait, we didn't. Did we ask this?
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Then that means you should tell us what's wrong with you so we can help.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
So in order... Okay.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
So we're good. Alright.
I have to go now, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Let's talk to Miss Nurse Hawkins. Okay, let's go upstairs and upgrade ourselves, and then yeah, well, evolve will be what the game would say for us, and then yeah, we could try to probably do the main mission, I guess. I think this would actually do for us to upgrade this. Yeah. Gotta do bites on the hall. Actually, this might actually be good for, like I said, because of us fighting enemies with projectiles now. And then next, let's do... Yeah, let's try this, if we can. Yeah. I think we're good now. Doing good. What's this? The prices and stocks of the merchant in this district has changed. Okay, so we're doing good. Everybody's healthy. We just need to help him. If we could try to find a cure for the migraine, and then yeah.